flames, stoking their own resolve. While they burn in your name, we burn the wires, getting forged by them flames. They dissolve. Translate, this kind of heart works. Transmission coming in sight, kicking into high gears. Strength takes courage, the courage that you'll find lost in them spheres, redacted from the way you react. Retract, I was being redacted inside the plans to react, plans to retire. My love life is built, now being denied. They slipping underneath, making you feel out of place all of the time, out of place in your own motherfucking mind. While they're slipping on their slopes in the fades embrace, God's anointed trying to break through that haze. Inside of the days you're stuck on those monologues, lost in them bays, tapped in the state the Lord reveals, as the conscientious hearts in the lines get set in a line. Set, you can't set appeal, shady and smarmy, working all over me, dripping up with that kind of deceit, wicked paving the ground beneath our own feet, sticking out our claims to our whole soul, identity being stripped away. Demons in disguise, crafting out in decay. They manipulate and try to use every single gaslit of abuse to cause you to doubt that knife that they hold in the middle of your back. While each and every single passionate voice starts out with that fold up inside of that love that you know you've been working on to stay Florida for more inside of your life with the Lord. When they steal it all up by design, caution breaks wind, but I'm cutting all their ties. With the line and fighting with Jesus Christ by my side, cuts through every single claim that they taken on me in the first place. First race, trying to dance with the Lord, trying to dance, lead me forward for more in my life. They're trying to dance with the devil, fighting lifelong inside of that same lost shame. You better stand in the sink in their wasteland. While the mud rises up so high, they got you in that thickest disgrace. Yeah, they stoke the flames and the resolve for a love life, burning real wires, getting crossed in them crosshairs, all of them strife. Led me down the roads, twisted in the thought of dismissal haze, poisoned up in your heart and mind. Hearts work shifting in that blaze. Set a new transmission in, getting locked in, steadily kicking up them high gears with the strength of the Lord. You can't defy, stay in the floor, soar, retracted back to the norm. They tried to retire me, I rise from the storm, smite me down with that slippery slope of schemes. Forsaking their fate, still fighting through them seams, praying God won't shut that door on me, tapping out my whole life, soul straight to the core. No monologue here, this ain't no solo play, it's a real talk with the King of all days, Lion of Judah, now riding for the Wudon ways. Love keeps grinding till the daylight breaks, stealing that life's better embrace. Away from preparedness for war, setting up in traps and armored up hardcore. Frame me up out of my mind, my mind zone, being lost and inside of that war zone. With the passion untamed, love still roams. Demons lurking in, just trying to keep our parts up inside of the deep, deep dark. From the snuff that they're burning up in that fire to keep up that spark inside of you. Don't doubt your sight, now you stay divine. Lifting bars to each and every single line. Spit, redefine, rewrite that shine in the true grind. Dipped in that kind of love, stay aligned. Armored up, battling for what's ahead. Love's afoot, fighting for. Love's worth the war that we fight for. Within each and every single step that we take a tread. This ain't just talk, it's not about being dead. Actions bled through the surface. I'm riding with you till the skies fade, turn to blue. No erasure, no fade to black. I'm calling the demons, stacking out back. heart's plate, lost in that state of mind that they'd rather create all of the time. Starting the war zone inside of your own life, your mind, being sent to resign, decline anything more from them all of the time, taking you back, holding your life as if you're under attack, cause you are, man. It's been left sitting still, your world turning and turning, inside your world just burning and burning, falling in the sea of madness, the baddest MC from birth, being cursed up in the birth, hacking up my data clean with my life's intent to steal up my whole life, fucking up my life. Motherfucker wouldn't even be talking solo if whoever came at me without playing the games on them sidelines like a surgical stokes of a man's heart inside of this kind of real crime. No remissions for them souls lost in parts and pains. It's been made pretty clear. Only a dickhead would move like that with his own friends' life, man. Lines you depleted inside of your lost control of the grounds inside of my life, got nothing in the sound. The new heart work warrior coming back up to reclaim what's ours. What's ours? I wanted my life, my organic life, G, being raised up in flames inside of your light, brights inside of your own resolve for that better life of your own. I'm being cut out by design, cells steadily left and locked in. There's no match in this kind of crime. This kind of crime. Took inside of my life by design. Premeditated murder is a crime. To plot up my life and attempt to take my life through all of the poisons. The madness that you killed off for real inside of a real equipped mission of a targeted individual by design. Warfare that left me in war zones, set up inside, gasping for air when it's clear. The stages have been set, there's no air out there for you to breathe. Break me down and to kill the valley real quick. Inside of your life's dead in the ditch, dead in the ditch. There's no Lilo and Stitch, alive inside of a war twists. When the war rages on, keeps you in the zone. You can see that war zone. And I see the Lord's love being forged in the flames steadily quick to detect us, to detest us, dissect us inside of our lives, killing us crimes over the real ones, defined, deflected, and minimized. So we're busting up in cages now as the war rages on, getting dressed up and ready and prepared for the war zone. And I'm not steady to let you only take them covert crimes over me entirely, G. How you even think you're gonna do this to me? How and why? It's just beyond me. I deserved more in my life than to be poisoned up by design inside of my own love life's design. Trying to take all out of me. How could you come out and be alright with your own self, feeling fine, and killing me up all the time? Every last one of my poison mind cells being straight up out Had enough to see it, looking in the shadows now. Got me poisoned above myself. Poisoned up in my cup of coffee. Poisoned up in my food. To leave me to die. To leave me to be forged into the death's hands. Thanks so much for that, G. Felt really fucking good. Giving praise to the Lord that don't let you sleep. Christ my King, my devotion sent up to the Lord. Sent up to the Lord, had me floored. For more ways in my life to be back in my own life's design, where I was being taken and lost in my mind. Floored through that door and implored to the Lord's embrace. My identity got stripped and shattered in first place. My heart's been broken and I'm tattered all of the time. Like seeing yourself slipping right out of you. You can't even hear to know the mind's eye. In that strategy to rewind the travesty, it's been taken in the cut cords inside of chaos. It's being built, crafted up in their own darkness within. So I'm not trying to let go of that fear of my own, that kind of crime being taken straight in my mind. Pray to God they don't get me forced to retire. Their evil burns in their wickedest ways, their fragments inside of their lust. They trust what they got left got torn every part of us. Reforming them cards got dealt. Life's bereft, got you set to death. Steadily on that grind, no sleeping. They won't let you to even rewind, relax, grow up on your own accord. So I'm breaking apart them locks, slamming down them doors. It's a chain lifer up for Jesus Christ's name. Breaking chains all the time, hold steady weight against that kind of faith. That fair weather, all day, summer play, spring, snow or rain. We're moving right through with these bits and these pains that deepen our own love for the Lord. Our love still remains broken in the chains of a new day's slaughter. Needed to deaden my mind, to steal up my way, my own resolution. Couldn't relocate inside of that patronage, contritioning my life inside of a new left way, new dawn's day, that new dawn, the woo-dawn way, coming and seizing my life, leaving it in shadows, lost in the chains of darkness left within. Now there's no sunlight left in my life, feeling within, and then deadened for days, and then deadened for years. So trying to steal up every part of my life's design. Every single scar has a story held tight, like knives all up in my heart's chest plate. My love life was being hacked by another man's design over my own entire reality, steady in flames, burning over your cage-ass reality. A crime spree over me, G. My entirety being aimed at. Wars ignite like a Charles Manson type. You can't face that shit. Face engaged in the facts, they react to address your own aim. Chemical sprayed another day, and a new day to rehearse. Where it all start from first. Lord's range supreme inside of the skies, get lit up inside of their own enterprise. And our entire lives being at the dawn, getting drawn into the day's war zone, keeps me dragging on, drugged up and claiming what's ours. And out of them, demons retreat. Take a seat, I'll let you know when you're in tutu inside of that. Screw you, bait up for more, and I'm not letting go with the kind of love that I implored. A fire that was set up inside of my heart and soul and mind, not to be taken inside of that kind of rage.
design, standing up against all backups, tall, and there's no room to defeat. And across so many lines, getting me poisoned up, all about of my mind. The Lord's in control of steady grounds, getting me locked in within these steady heartwork warrior sounds. Coming back in the booth for the youth and for what's ours, raising that flame so brightly into our own resolve for the better life. Cut by design, sell steadily with that, readily locked in. There's no match to this type of crime taken inside of our life by design. A man's getting cut right through that hijacked of madness, getting to kill him off clean and equipped inside of a targeted design of warfare, chemical war zones and gasping for air when it's all cut clear in the storms and having out and set stage is all up over you. What the fuck you gonna take it for? Therefore, breaking down every single killed up part of you all up so quick, leaving you dead up in the ditch. No Lilo and Stitch inside of the lives, inside work of our hearts work, just war zones, twists inside of the war rages on, inside of the war zone that you cannot see, but the battles the Lord's and the loves my play, being forged up in the flames, been set up so many times to test your names, to take up and bust and lust out of our war for more inside of the war crime that's being held and locked up and away from me, threw away that key. How would it feel, G? Could be alright with just killing me and getting all lost up inside of your own lust and greed. You cageless ass sin, poisoning me up all out of my mind all of the time. How could you be alright with your own self, getting lost in your own vision? This kind of sleuth of disgrace, why you stabbed me in the spine, taking me and leaving me lost out of my mind.
Lost within your own self, lost in your own self, lost disguise. Why you trying to take me up all of my mind's ability, agility to mentally muscle through all that well that you knew, the well that you knew, born in the down low lows, the shadows. I've been poisoned, up inside of my coffee, inside of that food, set to sleep and leave me alone to die up in that bloom, leave me forwarded for death inside of that again and again. So how could I even live like this alive? Not even spark spoke that peace of mind inside of that mission really quick, coming in truly invaded inside of that lost in vision. But you try to take my life, no room for deviation, unable to find the real reason, no clarity, no way out, to find that way locked in, the dead way out in that doorway, to get back in your own door, leave you floored inside of that whole mental state that you've been shaken up. I've been too late, it's almost dead today, on that floor, it's dead today, walking through that door, on the dead driveway, and reignite inside of that spark work that you did to take that new direction inside of that heart's work, looking for that way to clarity. Don't stare at me, getting lost within myself, been poisoned up all over my mind itself. All my dreams got stacked up in brick brigade on that shelf, had to sell some part of myself, salvation to the army, to rewrite that love with their arms on my heart's work, coming up inside of that heart's work, spark up that real glue, so I had to take over my life, but you took me and walked me over to that ledge, while pushing me down over the edge, precision of my own life, feeling lost inside of the blade being cut, but designed all the time, cut right in that word cell, state of the art, suicide that you dealt, unoriginally crushed up, by design, to take my love life, and being haunted and lost out of my mind, undermining me in the most evil ways, stalking up and harassing me and misguiding me,
inside that war zone all the time. Inside of the truth you do to make moves over my life the entire time. Thought I could never even live right through sight of the shit that you've done to me and ensued to escape where you moved in the worst ways over my whole life's by design.
Take the bravest parts of our hearts, that's the true fight. Ain't no man left here to steal up our birthright. Fight for that better life. Millions stolen, left to bleed. Love's the sword that sets us free. Ain't just my life out here, it's every single soul. Stripped down, bare and clean, left with a hole in their whole hearts and souls. Birthrights robbed by the hands of thieves. Madmen running, making them hearts grieve. Ain't no dream they prayed for keeps. Hidden in the shadows, innocent leaps and leaps. Can't even get to sleep. Hidden in the shadows, reclaiming that stolen ground. Hands steadily locked in a bound. Hearts are found in the street for stealing. Nah, not today. We rise up from the wreckage, carve out our way. Millions holding down in the heaviest scars, with the light still shining through these third and fourth bars. Still standing tall upon this mission that bleeds out for every voice of the voiceless, drowned up underneath the greed, the lies, and charity of wars ain't so soft and shy. It's a flame that cuts up the night sky, taking our dreams alive, and they twisted up the truth. Ever since the birth's been born up into the booth of the war zones, building up that kind of proof to the land that we're walking steady in the field that we sow. The rains and justice where it glows, love must grow. Look up at that hacked up life's design, just too dim to even start up the spark of that heart. But God don't sleep when it's getting darker in their keeps. A million lost with the souls realigning, coming back in that design. One line, one life at a time. Hearts ain't for the stealing, not today. The cross still stands in the line, clearing the way. No man holds what's meant to shine. This love's to reclaim every single line. To the bravest part of this fight is the hearts that stay, even when they steal out the light. Millions and millions calling out to end the wars with no more doubt. Not stealing my birthrights.